If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Brendon Ayanbadejo with you, WNST. Yeah, you've always, I just look at you, I sense that this is your future, that you are absolutely doing this for the rest of your life. That you seem comfortable.
I'm way too good looking to do radio, though. All the ugly guys do radio.
I told you this, as soon as my girlfriend saw you walk in, she looked at me and she said, "Why don't you look like that?" And I said, "There's a lot of reasons."
Babe. Bad genetics.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. And also, actually, I'm eating a chicken Caesar. Tell me what you eat during the week. This is something I'm interested in. What do you eat during the week?
I mean, I just try to consume a lot of protein, but I'm not on any crazy diet. You know, I pretty much eat whatever I want, but I just train real hard. So, you know, I might have one piece of pizza during the week or a couple of chicken wings, because those are certain things that we have around the facility from time to time. But, you know, if I'm going to eat lunch at the facility, I'll probably have a couple chicken breasts, some fruit, and a salad. That's probably what I'll go with.
That's what I should be doing, apparently. If I do that while I look like you, is there any chance?
I mean, I think the main part is just getting the work done on the weight room, and while I'm on the field, you know, I'm conditioning and whatnot. But you have to spend a lot more time in the weight room and get you some spinach.
Spinach?
Yeah.
I don't like spinach.
It's like Popeye, right?
Yeah, I like Popeye. I eat raw spinach. I can't eat the cooked kind, just raw.
So, yeah, what else? During the week, for when you're not on the football field, tomorrow you got a day off, correct? It's Tuesday?
Yep, day off tomorrow.
What are you doing on your day off? Like, how do you you're after a big victory, how do you celebrate tomorrow, and how do you use your day off?
I mean, I think the main thing is you just have to get into a routine. So tomorrow, you know, I'm going to wake up in the morning and go work out and ice down and make sure I get my body right, get it ready for Wednesday. And then probably just spend time with the family. You know, I enjoy being a father and don't get too much time off, so pick up my daughter from school, or, you know, just the little things that people get to do, like normal people get to do. I don't really get to do those things.
Right.
So, you know, I'll enjoy that tomorrow.
I'll do the Barbara Walters thing. What does Brendon Ayanbadejo do to be Brendon Ayanbadejo? Like, what's your getaway?
I shave my legs.
What? This thing just got really weird.
Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable.
I mean, you mentioned Barbara Walters. I mean, this is a football show, so
I made it weird?
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable right now.
Good job, Glenn.
You know, there's not a thing, though, that you say, when I get away, I do this.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I live such an interesting life for myself. You know, people ask, oh, who would you want to be, or who would you trade shoes with? And I'm like, oh, well, not really anybody. You know, I'm living my dream life. You know, so I just, during the season, I get in a routine, and during the off season also the same thing. I get in a routine. I make sure I get my workouts in when it's in season. You know, I try to keep my body healthy. You know, watch my film and scout the other team, and just get into a group and hunker down. I know I'm going to be in that routine for 6 months. You know, and in the off season I'm, you know, in my group for 6 months as well. So it's like two completely different lifestyles, but they go together, and one makes you better for the other. But it's just one of those things, you know, football players, we kind of lead a different life. You never know when it's going to end as well, you know, because it's such a short career. And but in the meantime, one thing I really do enjoy is I'm doing my master's degree right now. So I'm going to George Washington University. I'm doing my MBA, and I'm preparing for life after football. So, you know, luckily I've been around the game for a long time, so I can, you know, when you're 25, you're not thinking about life after football.
Right.
When a lot of careers are ending at 26 or 27, you know, at 35, I've actually had the time to be able to contemplate what I want to do after.
I wish I had one skill. You guys like you make me so jealous because you got so many skills.
I mean, you're a great talker.
Am I?
You're good at that.
Thanks for making me feel better. What do you get what is your big plan? Like your life after football plan is?
Well, you know, my next dream job is I want to be an athletic director at a D1 university.
Wow.
So I want to go back to UCLA and you know, turn the athletic program around. We have the most national championships in all of the NC2A right now as it is, but you know, they're not in the major sports. So, you know, I want to go win another basketball championship at UCLA. I want to win some BCS national championships, you know, with the football team. And we're known as being a basketball school, but all around we have, you know, a lot of great sports at UCLA. So that's my next dream job, is to be the AD there and make the program really successful.
That's very cool.
Now, BA, obviously, you just told us about some of your plans for after football, but you look over the course of your career. I mean, you were undrafted out of UCLA, bounced around with a few teams. You're in the CFL, I believe a year in NFL Europe, right?
That's correct.
Now, with that type of resume where you really had to fight tooth and nail just to be on a roster, what kind of extra motivation does that maybe give you to pursue some of those extra things beyond football, not knowing when it's going to end?
Yeah, well, I kind of secured my position, after being cut from 3 NFL teams and, bouncing around and being all over the place, being in the CFL, NFL, Europe, and, now, I played in the Super Bowl, I played in the AFC Championship, three Pro Bowls. I kind of secured my legacy in football, and my big thing is that whatever I do next, I don't want to have to fight for it as hard as I had to fight to make the dreams come true in the NFL. So, I started going to school a couple years ago. I started at University of Baltimore, and then I transferred it to DC at George Washington. But I know what that rejection is like, early.
Right.
And a lot of guys, when I see guys getting cut, or I see guys on the practice squad, I go, in their first or second year guys, I go, you know what, you're doing a lot better than me, because my first and second year I was sent home, wasn't any practice squad, there wasn't any, any second chances. I had to go to the CFL to reinvent myself and then come back. So, guys that are 2, 3, 4 years in and they're on teams and they get cut and whatnot, I feel bad that they're going through that, but I always let them know that, someone's had it worse than you and has come out the other end and has done really well. So
now, we had a CFL team here in Baltimore, the Stallions, in the mid-'90s, but what were your overall impressions of the Canadian game, and any good stories playing in Europe? I mean, my goodness, the NFL is king here in America, but you go across the pond and I'm not sure you have the same impression there.
Yeah, it's kind of different, but the Europeans are a lot smaller than us, and a huge hotel room there is maybe the size of a bathroom and has a twin-size bed in it, maybe a cot, so they live a lot differently than we do, and certain things are legal in Amsterdam that aren't legal here.
Like what?
It's just certain...
I don't know what you're talking about, B.A.
Certain trees that people like to inhale, or maybe they don't inhale them.
Right.
But yeah, but it's kind of different, you see people walking down the street with herbs and things like that, and it's not really a big deal.
You're allowed to say the word marijuana on the radio.
I know.
Well, he's talking about oregano.
That takes out all the fun, all the mystique out of it, But yeah, so I mean, it's a different culture. They're a lot more tolerant of certain things than we are. So that was pretty cool just to live in that environment. And then when I was in Canada after the games, there'd be kegs in the locker room, Labatt Blue and Canadian. And, could you imagine sitting in the locker room after a game and Coach Harbaugh busts out with a keg of Budweiser or something?
I'd like to see
doing
that.
A keg stand, just so
It's a big thing for baseball managers. They do that all the time. They're drinking beer, and it's really weird.
Beer in the locker room.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
This is funny. This is how media works, by the way, because you just sort of hinted around those things. Tomorrow, there'll be a story that says Brendon Ayanbadejo says he smoked weed and drank beer after football games. Yeah, so just be ready for it.
I didn't inhale and I didn't swallow.
I don't really know where we go from here.
Yeah, where are we going?
He shaves his legs.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.